Psalm 39. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. In silence I was mute, I kept silent even about good, and my grief was increased. My heart was hot within me, while I was meditating a fire was kindled, then I spoke with my tongue. Make me know, O Lord, my end, and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, you have made my days as a handbreadth, the span of my life is as nothing before you. Surely every man's strength is all vanity. Surely every man walks in a vain image, surely they are anxious in vain, they heap up riches, and do not know who will gather them. Now therefore, O Lord, what do I wait for? My hope is in you. Deliver me from all my transgressions, do not make me the reproach of fools. I am silent, I do not open my mouth, because you have done it. Take away your plague from me, I am faint at the blow of your hand. When you correct man with rebukes for iniquity, you make his beauty consume away like a moth, so every man is vanity. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear to my cry, do not be silent at my tears, for I am a stranger with you, a sojourner, like all my fathers. Spare me until I take courage, before I go and am no more. Amen. The ephemerality of life and hope in God. When we are faced with the fragility of life, it is common to feel small in the face of the vastness of time. Psalm 39, written by David, invites us to reflect on the ephemerality of human existence, the importance of self-knowledge, and how our relationship with God can transform our perspectives. Today, we will explore how this psalm can help us live more fully, consciously, and in alignment with our true essence. In verses 1 and 2, the psalmist makes a conscious choice: I will guard my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a bridle, while the wicked is before me. Here, David demonstrates a valuable lesson in self-control and introspection. By choosing not to react impulsively, he creates a space of inner silence, a space where he can reflect on his actions and feelings without external pressure. This is an essential step toward self-knowledge. How often do we act without reflecting, reacting to circumstances without truly understanding what is going on inside us? The psalm teaches us that silence is a powerful tool for accessing our inner truth. By cultivating this space for reflection, we can make more conscious choices that are aligned with our deepest values. As David observes the suffering and emptiness of life, he writes, "Through silence I was speechless, I kept silent even about good, and my grief was aggravated." Verse 2. Here we see that silence is not just about refraining from speaking, but also about facing one's pain and challenges without running away from them. In times of pain, it is common to want to distract ourselves or turn away from suffering, but the psalm teaches us to reflect on the difficulties we face. Pain, when faced with humility and courage, can be a gateway to inner growth. It teaches us about our fragility, our humanity, and reminds us of the importance of living with purpose. David, as he meditates on his suffering, has an awakening. My heart was hot within me, while I was meditating, a fire was kindled. Verse 3. Pain is often the catalyst for transformation, as it pushes us to seek deeper answers about life and our role in it. In verses 4 to 6, David reflects on the brevity of life. Make me know my end, O Lord, and what is the measure of my days, that I may know how frail I am. Verse 4. Realizing the fleetingness of life, David expresses his desire to understand the true measure of his existence. He recognizes that no matter how much human effort and pursuit of wealth or status we may have, it is ultimately fleeting. This is an important lesson for all of us. Life is short, and we often get lost in worries that ultimately have no lasting value. The psalm teaches us to live more intentionally, to seek purpose in all we do, and to focus on what truly matters, our connection with God and with others. By recognizing our frailty, we become more humble and more aware of the impact our actions have on the world around us. Starting in verse 7, David makes an important turn in his reflection. Now, Lord, what do I wait for? My hope is in you. After reflecting on the vanity and brevity of life, he turns to God with deep confidence. He recognizes that, although life is fleeting and full of challenges, his hope is firmly anchored in God. At this point, David makes a sincere prayer. "Hear my prayer, O Lord, and incline your ear to my cry." Verse 12. By recognizing his vulnerability and need for divine help, he opens space for spiritual transformation. Prayer is, therefore, an essential practice in self-knowledge and personal improvement. It allows us to connect with the divine, seek answers to our existential questions, and find peace in the midst of difficulties. In verse 11, David recognizes the fragility of human beings. "When you correct man with rebukes for iniquity, you make his beauty consume away like a moth, so all man is vanity." The psalm calls us to reflect on our vanity and the ephemerality of worldly achievements. When we let go of pride and possessions, we make room for true peace, which comes from a life lived in humility and in tune with divine values. Psalm 39 teaches us that life is fleeting, but the way we choose to live it can have an eternal impact. When we turn to God in humility, seeking to understand our fragility and our true desires, we find the path to a fuller and more purposeful life. Suffering, reflection, and detachment lead us to a profound inner transformation. May we learn to live each day with greater awareness, choosing humility, silence, and trusting God as our guides. Don't forget, despite the fragility of life, God gives us the strength to live with purpose, humility, and peace. By recognizing our fragility, we find the power to transform our lives. Reflect, the true measure of our life is not in what we accumulate, but in how much closer we become to God and more aware of our fragility. If this video helped you, like and comment, and if it can inspire more people, help us share and subscribe to receive more videos, and may God be a blessing in your life. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you for watching and see you next time.